a love. Shout, by the way, to
I love the fact that directors even gave you JoJo. Fella on the stage. On the intro, yeah, it was Jojo Miller.
Thanks, guys. I always appreciate Jojo Miller. On Nunu.
RNA, or whatever we like to call it. So it is the red versus blue. Blue team will be SK Gaming, Curse. And this is a big important game right now. I mean, this is straight into it. Which is it's very harsh because the first game of the day, and it's against either SK Gaming or Curse, whichever way you look at it. It's a big game straight away. Yeah, they're both on the main stage. They're both did make the finals at DreamHack, so this is possible. Their first proper big stage, whereas SK Gaming, the veterans of this, and all the players that are there have all been in situations. So from an experience point of view on stage, SK have probably got the advantage. Had all weekend, they lost to Black recently in a pretty one-sided 2 games, 2 matches back to back, and it was. And in Quickshot's terms, he said that the match was over within about 12 minutes. That game was done. So it's going to be a very cautious start, I think, from Curse Gaming. No invades coming out, as you would expect. And again, you're seeing the walls being pulled, but it's not going to the AD carry. So again, the blue advantage is basically in favour of SK down the bottom. So we'll keep our eye to see whether they take full advantage of it. They're taking the Golems right now. There you go. They're just taking the Golems. The Yellow Star going to shove in their faces. Uses that big level 2 advantage. They're having to help out a lot here on the blue. Are they going to be using the smite on the blue? I'm not sure Maluna is. He's still hanging around. If we can look over at Maluna in a moment, RNA has used his smite, so that's been used. And no, he hasn't used the smite, so he's kept it. So he's possibly just going to use it for red, or they're just going to go for invade. Looks like he's just going to go for red.
Yeah, just going to go in there and get that off quickly. Obviously, this bottom lane, we are going to be seeing bottom of SK with good old Nif, a mainstay of this team, I'm going to call it. Actually, if you look back to the original days, I suppose you could say Randy's back in there from the original SK lineup, but he's obviously from that team. Obviously, had a different bot laners. Candy Panda obviously is the one that really comes to mind when you think of Nif. But Zinx, Leper, 2 very, very well coordinated players, 2 players that have put the hours in basically and got very, very good together. Have Yellow Star and Nif quite got that synergy just yet? That's a big question because this is technically for SK a new lineup.
It is a new lineup, and obviously, of course, Nif was their game season 1 tournament alongside Candy Banner. So these are players that have been around for a long time. They've been there, done that, seen it, and at the moment, up against SK Gaming in that bottom lane, and Yellow Star taking a great hit from Slepper using obviously the Pulse Fire Reservoir, which everybody I think can bought by now. It's a pretty awesome skin. It also means that because we've got spectator mode on, everybody's going to know when he falls back, and everybody's going to know when he levels up. They're going to die for Kevin. They are going to get the head for full price combo. You can see the stun goes down, the ignite goes down, but it's not quite enough to dive him on the turret. He's going to live through that one. Hasn't got a health pot. In fact, he's got 4 health pots still sat there. And I'm just going to have a quick look at that. Oh, he has got boots. I couldn't see the boots. He's moved them into the right hand side, which has confused me a little bit, but it doesn't mean he's forced back. He has only picked up 13 CS in that top lane. And 18 CS, 19, that's just going to keep counting up for Aurelio on that top lane, so he's got the lane pushed in his face. But again, this is what we're talking about, so they're trying their best to shove Curse away from the lane, trying to keep them away from the experience, but Slepper is going to be very hard to keep away from them with those Qs.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure which way I want to call this game, to be quite honest with you. I think the picks, I'm going to say that Ocelot's going to have a big role in this game, whether that be winning or losing the game, depending on how this middle lane really goes for him. Obviously, going up against the Ari, who's he's not got that much more damage to follow up with after that. Yeah, of course you can auto attack, but really. Ari, on the other hand, has so much damage and so much mobility that I'm not sure how this is really going to go down. Obviously, it depends a lot on Arani as well, and how he's going to get in there. Obviously, with the ultimate as well from Nunu, he can lock Ari that little bit better, but is it going to be enough to, to stop her at the end of the day?
We've got something building at the top here, and the bottom has actually been shut. You can see Maluna is actually stood on that wall, the wall spot. Nunu is there as well. Let's see whether they're going to get involved. Now, they're at level 4, yeah, they're both level 4 at the moment, so nobody's got a great advantage in terms of experience. Yeah, they're both pretty even. So John was going okay for both those teams. You can see Ocelot has been pushed back against the tower. He's probably going to make sure he doesn't miss out here that CS, but it also means that Extinct was going looking for anything, but instead, in fact, he looked like he was about to take the race, and Maluna's just come back and like, no, they're my race, get off.
Do not take my jungles. We actually saw the bottom lane of SK go back and take Golems once again, which, we talked about, we brushed on this earlier on about the whole blue side thing. You've got those Golems, easily disposable, in great range for you as well. I still fancy cursing this bottom lane. I mean, if we look down the CS there, currently we have 48 to 46, so still very, very even on that front. But is that synergy of Yellow Star and Nif quite up to whack just now? I mean, Nif has played with, I guess we can call, well, if we really look at it, he's only really played with Germans in the bottom lane, but here we may just see some action. Stun coming in there onto Arani, and actually the damage is going to come back in his face. I'm not sure that Slepper will really want to follow that one up. But yeah, my point about Nick is only really played with German players. I'm not sure exactly how the communication's gone there, but you would expect in his bottom lane that they speak German with each other. I mean, when he was with Candy Panda, when he was with Kevin, you would expect that they would speak their native language. It makes sense. With Yellow Star, pretty sure Yellow Star can't speak German. But Yellow Star has played with a German in the past. I almost got excited there as he Valkyried in, but then turned back around at the straight after that. But Yellow Star played with a German in the bottom lane and rated, obviously, against All Authority, and that was a very, very strong lane even. N-rated Yellow Star really, turned some heads with their play in the bottom lane.
So to me, Candy Panda's, I don't know whether he's as aggressive as Yellow Star is. Yellow Star's definitely very aggressive there, and actually put himself in trouble. Had to use that cleanse. Tarek stunned him straight away and had to use that cleanse to get away. So it's actually wasted a summoner spell that was wasted. He got away, so it was successfully used. But yeah, he seemed to be very aggressive. And I think Nif even got caught out by that one. So at the moment, though, the bottom lane has just gone back to bite. You can see they come back, Double Doran's Blade and Berserker Boots. So technically is the real name for him. Actually, it's interesting for Ocelot. He's just gone Sorcerer Boots. That's all he's got at the moment. Oh, Anglish is about to walk straight into Aranea. That just doesn't realise it. It's just hanging around down the dry bush. He didn't walk straight into him, but that means he doesn't realise that Aranea is still in that bush. And he only just placed the ward seat, so he hasn't even got caught on to the fact that the positioning is there at the moment. So now you can see Nunu's just lingering in that top bush, and Anglish has absolutely no idea. But he's going to know that Aranea is missing at the moment. You can see the pings going down. In fact, he's just going to back away from this one. They knew exactly where the cow is. That's why the pings went down the bottom there. And meanwhile, the golems are being taken again by that bottom lane. So the bottom lane is trying to get the advantage. 72 CS, he's gone back. He's slightly ahead in build, actually, because he got that ruby crystal ahead of Ezreal. So he's building up. They're both probably going to go towards Trinity Force, I would guess, because it obviously gives massive damage, as everybody knows. And Ocelot now caught out of position here, and Extinct is just going to force him away here. That's purely just ward control, and he's going to try and catch him. Yeah, not going to land it through the wall there. Ocelot was too clever for that one. Instead, just goes around the side there, but interesting way he's had to build it, just purely going Sorcerer's Boots. He's just about that manoeuvrability, which you talked about with Ari. Ari is very quick and versatile.
Yeah, you've got to be, I think that's one of the best ways to go about Ari early game, you've got to be able to dodge those charms coming at you, because we all know you get hit by the charm from Ari, then you've got the Q followed by the W as well, obviously the ultimate as well, if she's up to that level, so I don't think that's a bad way to go for Ocelot. That middle lane currently, he is ahead with CS, albeit by just a little bit. It's, hanging around about 3, 4, 5. At this point, we actually have the bottom lane plus Maluno sat in the tri-bush currently, and the question is, will Nick go in there to try and ward down? Actually decides against it. That was the side defense passed over from Arani there. But he's still waiting, Maluna. He's not giving up on this one. He's like, I am going to sit in this bush and you are going to come inside. Here we go then. Maluna is going to come around the side. They're focusing on yellow side. Exhaust is down. Can they get that first blood here finally after 10 minutes? He looks good for them. There's Ezreal and the W. There is the finisher. And Ezreal is going to pick up the first blood, but they are going to be pushing back onto Maluna with a double push from that middle lane. The stun comes off there. Also actually tries to charge in. The ulti was fluffed, but they've got Slepper and they are going to get the kill. That was going to run away with things, especially having first blood under his belt. But you know, good push, patient play from Maluna there in the tri-bush. But SK, actually once they realised what was happening, I give them their due, they reacted very, very quickly to that one.
Yeah, needless large rod now coming out for Ocelot, so now he's got some power in those barrels. And he was a little unlucky with the ulti barrel as well, because I thought he caught it just right, but I think he must have landed it on top of Maluna's head and it blew Maluna backwards away from him rather than towards him. So it's a little bit of a shame for him there. But nevertheless, also we've got a hell of a lot of GP10 on the map at the moment. You can see now the jungle, Kevin's actually getting attacked on it. Anguish is going for this one. I thought it was just a standard Rotherham brawl at the top lane there, and then he was really going to come out on top. But instead, no, he did actually go for that. And you can see Extinct now coming around the back side. But look at GP10 at the moment, because I think Extinct is definitely going to die for this one. Kevin is just trying to chomp through those health pods. He's going Ninja Tabby. They are not going to even though it's going to be the full-on dive. Oh, Extinct just trying to keep him up. And he will certainly finish him off. There we go. Extinct picks up the kill. 2-1 in terms of kills now, and they're going to be able to shove on this tower as well. Ocelot's going to have to make his way up the top. Then back up. He barrel on towards Anguish. Gets stunned very nicely with the heat star. Can he? Ocelot just finish this one off. One barrel into the bush, and surely Anguish now going to get taken down here by Ocelot. There's the big belly in the face. One more barrel. Oh, he still hasn't finished him off. There we go. Didn't want to use the barrel on him at last. But that is all squared 2-2 again. Meanwhile, the middle turret is being pushed by the jungler, and the bottom lane is still just exchanging blows, keeping that CS going. So there we go. Phage now been bought up for Aurelia. So Aurelia looking like he's going to go towards the Sheen as well next. He should bought the book. We get a quick UI change. Thank you very much, Garen, so we can see things a little clearer. You know, he's obviously thinking of our age, my age, I should say, not our age.
At 25 tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. And you had the whole Polish crowd singing happy birthday to you.
Not that you do warm up. I didn't realise until afterwards when Colin said, you know, they're singing happy birthday. Alright. But hopefully tomorrow, when it's my actual birthday, they'll do that one again. I was happy for that one.
But yeah, I mentioned in the GP10, I mean, just look across the board. I noticed this the other day as well. A lot of the support guys have just been using GP10, so they've not been stacking it through. And it just changed the goal. Thanks, Gareth, because there was the afternoon. So look, and what I was about to say is they haven't been buying the boots. They've been really delaying on the boots, and you can see Tarek, no boots on him. Soraka, no boots on him. I would not be surprised. Again, you can see Heart of Gold actually coming out from Tarek there probably. And Soraka, they generally go 2 GP10s now before they even go boots, which is opposed to the original start. But they're going to dive towards Aranea here. Just get caught out, actually saved by Ocelot's barrel there, I believe, and that did manage to force them back though.
Yeah, nice little barrel there from Ocelot, but it looks like they are going to be losing this blue up. SK, I'm not sure, are going to back away from this one. They don't want to give it up too easily. Down to half HP already. Aranya starts to come around, and he's actually smited that away there. That was nice play from Aranya. Helped obviously with that ward in the brush, but I guess you can say crisis averted for SK with that one. It's like, oh, we're all low HP, but we want to save this one. You can see Yellow Star getting stunned up. Ezreal putting the bread. Ignite, he's burning away as well, but have they got the damage to finish things off? Slepper actually pretty much blocking everything. There's the ultimate from Ezreal. Not quite enough though to finish things off, but is he finished as... Yeah, he is. He's not going to go diving in there. Mana, a little bit of a problem for him, but again, good trade down in the bottom. You know, Corky not really doing that much damage to him. If you look at the CS 122 to 126, it's not really much to talk about there. Items are also pretty much identical. He's going to have a little to be spending. Actually sat on 1,500 gold currently, so that's going to be the phase when he does finally go back from that one. But you know, things in his bottom lane are still very even. But I still, from these little 1v1 exchanges, feel like Ezreal's got that advantage.
He's definitely been more aggressive, and he's gone back to buy, and he's come out with a bumper acceptor. Is he going to complete the Sheen? I don't think he's quite good enough to complete the Sheen. No, he's just gone for that lifesteal, so he wants to keep that sustaining lane. Meanwhile, Corky did go back yellow start, then he's also got the phage, obviously building towards that Trinity course as well. So both going to be stacking towards that one. Oracle's now both come out by both junglers. Nunu looks like he's used it, so Nunu's got the Oracle on there. There you go, you can see him. You can also see it in the bag on Maluna, so Maluna's going to be using that as well, surely. Interestingly, they booked mobility on Maluna, so Maluna really wants to zip around the map now. I wouldn't be surprised to see a possible attempt on the Dragon coming up shortly. Maluna's just used that Oracle up. He's going to clear out those wards exactly like Aaron has just done. So the Dragon walls all being cleared out now. Angus is still up top though, as well as Kevin, so I wouldn't expect anything to happen until either of those suddenly move down. We've got the lovely Baron symbol as well on the map now that shows that has just spawned on the 15-minute mark. And then we've got Brutalizing going out for that top lane. Maluna clearing out those barrels. He's going to take a barrel in the face though for it, but he's quite happy with that one. So it's going to be interesting when we come to the next team fights, which of one of those junglers actually manages to survive, because obviously Maluna's got the big advantage, the fact that he's on the carry, he's got that ulti, it makes him really beefy. However, Nunu doesn't really have that, so I would expect him to possibly be the target in the next fight.
And actually, Rani did start to come in towards this middle, took the I'm going to call it the Captain Obvious way of just charging straight in towards.
I've got blood for it, I'm running at you.
It's like, I am running at you, and hopefully you get in my ulti range, and then I'm going to get you. Which obviously didn't quite happen there. It's double buffed up, and he's headed down towards his bottom lane. Actually, in the middle there, we can see, or we will see in a second, Ocelot did charge in on towards XT, got the barrel down, but now he's finding himself the target of that counter-attack. Alistair came to help. Ocelot, though, will walk away. Actually, we did see Nunu come up there to give him a bit of help as well. Top lane also exchanging, which again, we saw it already earlier on. Demon, the Angush, whichever way you look at it, has this upper hand at the moment. He's putting out more damage, can't really handle him. One on Irelia, we do have the Ninja Tabi, we've got a Phage in there. Amturn plus cloth armor, looking over the other side, brutalize the double Doran's blade to Ninja Tabi, and to be quite honest with you, Angush is feeling confident, he's looking confident, actually he's going to start working, he's coming up, ultimate, and well, not quite in there. I think must have been communicated that ultimate was coming, because Kevin instantly moved south of that one, but again we see the confidence that Angush has, and now one thing that these two teams have in common is they've both had Youngbuck in the line. One of them for a little bit longer than the other.
Yeah, indeed. But yeah, I think the ultimate went over Nunu, which is why they knew he was coming past him completely by, so they managed to spot it just about in time. The Rabadon's death cap now almost completed by Ocelot, but unfortunately it means he's going to be pretty squishy. He hasn't really put any hit points in today. Has just got the Cage of Cookie pick actually, which is a little late to pick that one up. Extinct is going to come around. They're going to try and go for RNA there, and that's like I was saying, that they want to get that Oracle down. Instead, just look at the burst damage onto Ocelot there. While he's great as an AP and he has a lot of AP, he's just going to get chunked down very quickly because he's just very squishy at the moment. So we're going to have to see how Ocelot gets involved in a team fight, because I know he likes to get involved, he likes to get in there. And with those barrels in with that big belly charge, he's going to be getting in their face, but he could get burst down very quickly. Extinct took a barrel to the face there though as well, and it looks like they are going to start stacking for the Dragon. Here's Angus coming down. They are planning to leash it out. They're going to start on it. The question is whether they're going to be ready for it. Ocelot, you can see he's coming from the top. It's a pincer movement which never really works out on the Baron. You got to feel SK not going to come out so well in this one. Aranea has been caught out with the charm. He's down to half health already. There's the Dragon going down. It was Maluna that managed to pick that one up. They're going to instead choose to back away from this one wisely so. So there's a couple of teams player members coming out with low hit points there, but Kevin, you can see, is taking out that top turret. Is there going to be an ultimate reel to clear it out, or is Kevin, honestly, with these times, I'd be happy just to take the turret over Baron Dragon.
Yeah, and we see it so very often that one team peels away from their top lane, mainly, and the middle obviously as well, does the Dragon, and the top lane just says, well, we've got to counter that somehow, and they push straight in, take that top tower down, which is exactly what SK have done with that one. It leaves it with 1,000 gold difference, which at this stage at 2-2, 20 minutes in, this is still a very even game, but this could change things. We see Crs start to move in over towards this blue, but actually Arani could get caught out there. There's the ulti from Extinct, they are diving in onto Nuno. He even actually predicted that one earlier like a boss, that the next thing that happens, we are going to see more of a focus in onto Nuno, and Arani does go down. That leaves us with a 1-0-1 jungler, the Alistair over on Crs, 1-1-0 Ezreal, 1 on Ori. Doesn't need to feeling this game.
Yeah, and he's not been able to replace that leader, so advantage going definitely to Curse Gaming. That's a big loss. Principle's now completed by Ezreal. Just managed to top that one out. Abyssal Scepter completed by Extinct. I think that one came out flat out there.
Yeah.
Let's see whether he'd actually built anything towards that one.
I have blasting one, I think.
Yeah, so he's 10. He's got 3 GP10 items now. And did go for them boots. So Cage looking to go alongside it. The same with Carrick. This is definitely saying to Riot Games, hey, we like your GP10. They might be a little too strong though. Rabadon's Death Cap, I guess, so Ocelot's got that, and so Trinity Force now completed by Corky. So both AD carries, pretty much identical builds so far, apart from that Vampiric Scepter. Slight advantage currently on Ezreal, which is Slepper down the bottom here. He's going to go and put a burst down onto Nif there. Nif turns around though, tanks through it because he knew he's got a team coming in now. Ocelot. Oh, he just got stunned. Beautiful stun from Zinnik there because the barrel was almost certainly going to come out. There we go. The flash, the dash, the barrel onto Zinnik. Zinnik's going to get dropped. This going to happen to someone. But Kevin's getting caught out. The burst coming down. Extinct wants to finish him off, but he knows the rest of the team is going to come down. He's used his ulti to try and come onto him, and he's just going to have to back off this one. So 3-3 all square. And you know what? That's not too bad because all effectively lost was a support player.
Yeah, losing a support. Yeah. The stun actually changed how that fight went down. If he didn't stun, he probably wouldn't have died, but someone else would have, and probably someone more important than him. So, you know, that was a great move in my opinion, despite the death there from Zinnik. Actually, we are going to see the push in middle. Ocelot in a little bit of trouble. Actually, ulti is popped here. Maluno barrels coming out. Kevin will have to back away as well. You know, they've averted death there, but they've lost the I could say the first really in terms of winning the game. You know, it's a great, probably the most important turret to be taken down in this early game stage as well. I mean, I say early game, we're 22 minutes in already. We've had just that one dragon taken down. We're going 28.4 to 30.6 gold. Obviously 2-1 in turrets in favour of Curse. So they are looking very, very strong in this one. We talked about it before. We weren't really sure how Curse were going to come into this one. They said to us last night, we're feeling good. We've got a job to do here, which is to really seal our future in terms of Season 2. And I think they're, in my opinion, looking good at this point for this game. Yeah, SK, they're a little bit behind in gold, but they're not in the point where they're too far behind. Ocelot is though going to get jumped on here. He's going very low into the yellow star. He's in the fight. They can maybe take 2 for this one kill. There goes Extinct from the start. Earlier trying to get away, but can she actually get away in the end? Looks like not. And there is a finisher. And Yellow Star will pick up 2 kills. And that is actually... Yellow Star didn't pick up 2 kills, that was totally live on Joe. Yellow Star picked up 1 kill, but nonetheless a kill for Yellow Star eventually in this game. And from that, you know, they've managed to get in there and take down this upper turret as well, the outer turret on that middle lane, which is kind of an eye for an eye when it comes down, but take the lead behind in goal, but it's nothing at this stage. Yeah, big advantage push there, taking the 2 turrets. The inner turret is a massively important one, especially the middle inner turret, so that's a nice turnaround from SK, effectively coming from Curse's own aggression. So a little bit too aggressive there for the top lane, Anguish and Extinct. So the UI just being tweaked there, and we're just getting back into the game. 5 full kills, and that's obviously turned the gold advantage a little bit closer, but it's still in favour of Curse because they were so far ahead in terms of the farm. You know, they managed to get early on, and the kills they got early on, they won the kills, the dragon they picked up. So they still have that slightest of advantage. They are even on turret 3-3, and at the moment you can see the count just around the side, but he got to just make up for that, try and give himself a little bit of survivability should he get caught out like he did. And you know, you can see how quick they can burst it down, but the problem is that Anguish and Extinct have both pretty much used everything to get that kill. Now Dragon is, I don't think it's due, so it's looking like it's probably a blue invade here. You can see Zinnik just getting caught out, a lot of wall placement, so SK turning this aggression around very quickly. They're thinking, okay, we've got that slight advantage, let's push for it. You can see that, I didn't quite get that ward down in time, so that ward is going to stay there, but the Dragon has just popped. Here we go. They're going to make their way down there. You can see Zinnik is close by. Ezreal's a long way off though, so Slepper needs to get
himself moving to join this fight, because as it is, this dragon is going to go down very quickly. Oh, they've had to reset it. They've had to. They're going to be aware of that. Plus one ulti down. Let's try and push the advantage. Can they just get themselves position? They are going to push this block. Turret said, good play from Yellow Star there. They're saying, fine, you guys can just, posture up over there. We're going to take the turret down. You see the sheen is going to be a big part. It's going to be very hard to keep away. And he's got the Valkyrie, he can escape. But Extinct can be very mobile, as we discussed earlier. Aurelia, meanwhile, is pushing that middle turret as well. So while they're delaying for this dragon, they're still hanging on there. You can see Angus was doing as much damage as he can. And again, they're leashed it out, Joe. I think you want to go for this one.
Oh, Extinct in a horrible position there, off on his own. Is he going to escape from things? No, not quite. There is a kill from Kevin. Here comes the ultimate. Maybe of hope for Maluno is actually going to go down as well, and that is going to leave us with a 2-0 currently for SK, and that will mean that Curse starts to back away and will free up the dragon. Will they take that one down? It certainly looks that way. I don't think Curse are really feeling that one. No, they won't do. And will back off. So 7-4, and that dragon and the 2 kills obviously led up to that, giving SK now the lead in the gold. 4-3 in turrets is 37.6 to 36.2, so it's still that very slim margin, which at this stage of the game can turn around, as we've just seen there with those 2 kills. Yeah. But again, you have to feel that would have gone a lot better were Extinct not.
You said it straight away.
Horribly out of
position, completely well out of there. And it's the classic. When he comes to that dragon point, you don't want to be split. You need to be as a team. And I can understand he's got the versatility, the mobility, but he was just so far out of position and then just got caught. And you are dead. You are not getting away from him. Once Corky is on you, now he's got a bloodthirster to go with that Trinity Force. He's going to be really doing a lot of damage. And again, they're both 80 carries are building identical here. They're going all the way. Blue buff, though, of course, which was smitten earlier, which was a great recovery by Aranea, and that seems to, from that point, things have started to turn SK's favour, and at the moment they are looking good, and this is going to be a big worry for Curse. If we're to look at the grand picture of things and put our thinking heads on and say, oh, Maluno just bought that Oracle, could get caught out here. Kevin's surely going to dive in, and the rest of the team going around. Oswald suddenly realises he's out of position. He's going to get popped very quickly. Maluno now is in trouble as well. He just about survives there, but Kevin could be the target of their aggression. Aranea is going to try and get away. Aranea taking down very low. Kevin's had to come in and take one for the team. He's just about going to get away. Here comes Angus. Angus is going to dive up towards Aranea. Aranea is surely going to go down, and this is just going to be recovered. Oh, we go for 6, even in goal, 39.1k to 39.1k. Can they make this advantage count? Can they pick up that Baron quick enough? I think they will, and Curse have just turned things so quickly, and that was a case of SK's aggression this time, going for Maluna. It's both teams, when they're being aggressive, it's backfired on them.
Yeah, it's almost, a bit of an ironic game, to be quite honest with you. They've gone, okay, we've got this, let's push aggressively, and then that sinking feeling, I suppose, that, oh, actually, we don't have this. Let's try and back away, and then back away gracefully. And then, from that, losing Baron as well. So that gives Curse, again, the upper hand. He's got the goal then, right? Obviously, you expect where it'd be such a close game and then taking the Baron out. The question is, can S again turn the tide of this one? They're actually invading right now. Him and Oslo are waiting in. The Russian Angus is actually coming in, and Angus is not the one that they wanted to go into the rush. There is a Yellow Star, and I'm not sure that Aurelia is going to be able to hold this, but maybe enough time just to delay things. But she's actually doing a ton of damage onto Yellow Star. Yellow Star in a lot of trouble. Will actually eventually go down there to Slepper. Curse are going to chase in. They've caught Arani out there. Nice charm coming out. Still has it in there. We don't need to push too onto that one. We've got the kills. Let's take this step by step. There's no point overextending at any point. They have a big wave of minions here pushing onto that bottom inner turret. And in the end, decide not to push through any further. How about that again? Extends their goal lead. Israel is now 4-1. Which is a big worry. It has to be a big worry, and he's Probably the B80 carrier, let's say, along with Corky actually. This the other hard of Corky as well. Yellow Star currently 124. The CS is high by now, 260 on Corky, 282 on Ezreal. So that's not really that much of a difference after so long. I mean, it's 23, 24 at this stage, but those kills on Ezreal are going to start to show.
Yeah, and like you say, the 3K is not a great deal of difference. But again, that came from SK being aggressive. And why were they being aggressive? They're up against the bound up team. Why were they in the jungle? They were trying to get that blue buff. Well, you know, is it really worth it? They suddenly saw themselves, and like you say, they saw Angus coming in with a Guardian Angel, like, this is not the target we back away. Exactly.
There's the Aurelia with it.
It wasn't going to happen, so this is going to lose them a tower. It took for it as well. So now we're all square on turrets, 4-4 and a brown up curse. I'm not too sure how long it's left now. It looks like about just a minute and a half. Don't get RNA is going to pop the absolute zero. You know, it's going to make things very, very difficult for them. The Gragas barrel will split things up. It could be all sorts of bad news from Curse. And Curse are not going to go too aggressive in this one, and it does mean the game is going to go a bit longer. So 31 minutes in, very, very close. We've had SK with the advantage. We've had Curse with the advantage. We're back to Curse with the advantage now, and it's really very much open play. And you can see Aurelia now pushing down that bottom lane. They're going to go for this. Sorry, are they going to defend it? You can see Yellowstone coming around in position. Got the blue boil on in front. We'll be able to stop this creeper problem. We'll be able to want that light armor on as well. So he's built a little bit towards, okay, I need to defend a little bit because I know I'm going to be the target. Look at that. Look at the Angus here trying to bait them out. And don't forget the rapid on the turret now. Extinct is definitely going to be doing a lot of damage to this one. Nearly taking it down. And the whole team, they're just completely got out of position. And that is going to be an inhibitor turret down. Great, great work from Cursor. Beautiful split play. And very nicely done by Extinct. Oh! But he's got the charm up to us, Kevin. Kevin's going to get caught out. The headbutt pulverize came in. What's it enough? They're going to go straight for the up 2-0. That will go off. Ocelot did pick up the kill on towards Extinct. They have him. Oracle's on there. He's going to sacrifice himself. They're trying to go to Ocelot. Angus manages to take Ocelot around. Angus coming around. I'm not sure this is the right play here, but Angus is going to be very strong in him up. So Slepper is going to try and come around there. Aranea gets the slowdown on Angus. Is it enough? He has got a Guardian Angel. Slepper is still hanging on in the background. Now he's finally got caught. There we go. That was the turnaround SK needed. They're going to take Angus down as well. It's going to be an ace. Dragon has just fallen, but can they take advantage of it? Have they got enough to push? They haven't got any minions to go along with this one, but it does give them a big chunk of gold that they needed against a team that was bound up. But what advantage are they going to get from it outside of a dragon? I'm not too sure, but it's definitely going to be a big confidence this for SK.
Yeah, that's the boost that they needed because, quite frankly, it looked like it was slipping away from them. That one, obviously, the middle inhibitor it was taken down. We saw that Ezreal was starting to rack up those kills, but again, I'm not sure the best choice of positions from Curse. They went that little bit more aggressive rather than taking the inhibitor down and going away. It seems like I'm going to probably land the charm and then I'm going to be aggressive. And you can see how that backfired on them. They lost an ace, basically, the SK have managed to pick up. And I'm not sure that's really how they wanted things to play out. If we can look down the items, currently we have the double Shirelia's Reverie over with Curse, so 6 seconds per minute of super speed, basically, wherever they want to go, chasing or escaping, wherever that's needed there. On the other side, we've got the single Shirelias. Actually, Nuno does have a Kindle Gem as well, so maybe building up towards that second one. In terms of the two AP carries, we've got Void Staff, Rabadon, Deathcap, plus a blasting one on Gragas. Over the other side, PFG, Missile Scepter, plus working on towards a Rabadon as well. There's some things there on Ari as well. Now, the more important thing comes when we talk about Pharah, because that's going to be coming up here shortly. We can see that Nick does have the articles on, has started to put his wards down in position. Curse have no vision of that area itself. Do they have an oracle that I probably have to check around? Yeah, it's actually on Sinek right now, they're on Tarik, so they do have that oracle available. The question is, can they risk trying to get into a position to clear wards now because they don't have vision in the first place of it?
But in terms of team fights, if SK have got the positional advantage, I think they'll be stronger because they can get out 2-0, it will slow everyone down. Gragas could disrupt the team and split them out. But of course, Curse, it might get caught on the backside. Do manage to get rid of Shred down. Now Curse is going to try and turn it in their advantage. Oh no, we'll get popped the absolute 0. It's going to go on full charge though. Will just go off, but it's not going to do a great deal of damage. Zinek, a good turnaround of events, and like I mentioned, you know, despite the fact they did get aced by SK Gaming, SK didn't really manage to pull any advantage from it. Now Baron has spawned, and the pings are going down, saying get their wards down. They are going to place the wards, they are going to push for it, and Sleppy, you can see just rocketing his way there with the pulse fire Ezreal, and I think they're going to be able to pick this one up. There's a 3-man SK team coming their way though, Joe.
3-man SK team is coming in. You can see that Curse have decided to stop doing Baron, which is interesting. They've kind of switched positions with Curse, who know exactly where they are. Thanks to that ward coverage, they're going to dive in on towards Ocelot, and there will be the first kill. Yellow Star has already used his Valkyrie. He's going to go down very quickly as well to Alistair, and that opened things up. Yeah, I mean, a great move when we talked to I really could say, but a great move by Curse, the way that they use their vision there to, they'll come around the backside of things. Colkey'd already used the Valkyrie, after that he's got no chance of actually escaping with Flash not available as well. There was Aranyi actually will get hit by the death by a grasp, and Extinct wants Subversive down here. Does he have the cooldowns, or maybe even more the mana at this stage? Baron is still being done, and well, we will see that Baron being taken out by Curse, which is Baron number 2 of this game. It's now a 5k there or thereabouts gold advantage. Kills are still even, but that 5,000 gold advantage in telltale sign of how things are going for Curse. But I'm still not going to say that Curse is safe in this one. We've seen him change around too many times from over-aggression or bad positioning in this game to really say that they are safe.
But it's only 5,000 gold difference. Oh, it's a 4,000 gold actually, no, close to 5,000. And they do have the super minions coming in, which actually feeds SK in a way.
Yep.
They don't push on that advantage. They need to completely take control of SK's jungle, see if they really try and push it. You can see the Guardian's Angel was on Ezreal at that phase now, so they want that sustainability. They want their 2 main dealings to come back into the fight. Guardian Angel probably back up on Aurelia by now as well. I think the cooldown on that one, or just hanging. You can see them linking if they want to get up towards the other star. Instead, they're going to have to show themselves. They were trying to sneak around the back there, and SK realised that they didn't have it in that jungle. So they said their potential was high, and they do take down that inner turret on the bottom lane. So just the one inner turret on the top lane, and they're going to keep pushing this one. Super Minions will be clogging up in that middle lane as well, so SK are going to have to pick. You'll have to deal with that in a moment. Just one person will have to go across there, try to get a ward in there, try to ward bait. There's the charm going across there, Extinct trying to ward bait as best he can to try and catch somebody out with that charm. It's not happening so far. Yellowstar with his son. Okay, minion ward coming in, a minion wave coming in. They're going to try and put a bit of damage down, and Zinnik's going aggressive. Anders has dived in there. There's the headbutt pull right, the entire team gets pulled. Oh, by the Ezreal ulti there. They have to do 0, it's going to go up, but it's not going to be enough. This goes down with the Oracle, has lots of fouls.
in there. No shame from because in this one, pushing straight through on that. Turret hits coming in onto Maluma, I think that will be enough for him. That's right now, actually, I get a big difference. Once again, and you've got Ezreal 5-2-7 compared to the 4-3-8 of course. I'm not sure that SK can really turn this one. They've got to hope to survive. Basically Baron and hope to be fighting for the next one. I don't see. Absolutely. There's the throwaway, which we've seen. We have seen them just last month at DreamHack. We have seen some huge, like 41 minutes in, and one big team fight to turn things around. SK have to go some to try and push the advantage. So Zinnik is lingering, just chilling. Literally, he's tired. Oh, and get a ward place, I'm going to try and get a scope on things, and then the rest of the team do join them. Oracle's now obviously Baron, they're in their base. Go for the Baron, Yellowstone's hands are back. The way to the fountain. Zero goes on, Marcel's going to get completely popped on the turret. Arena is now taking down Bolo. Things have just got ice blasted, but Anguish is in there to finish with 50% safe for them. But you know, I think SK, they've lost that game, but if we're honest, they've shown us some real quality sides. For me, they were very even, but we've seen how that is an exercise MYM. They've just watched Kurtz versus SK with Kurtz taking the win. And they'll, in my opinion, be feeling very confident as underdogs. Let's not forget, there's no pressure on Acer when it comes to playing against Kurtz or SK. No one's expecting them to win. They've got a big crowd who are very vocal here behind them, and they've got a great chance of now coming in. But as we talked about, I guess Curse, we can call them the job done team. That's exactly how it's going to go. It looks like we're going to go down to the stage for an interview with the winners.
Z tego co wiem, więc niezadowoleni. Okay. Most fans, I think, in the audience, I get the feeling are not happy because most of them are cheering for escape. Ale pozwólcie, że przedstawię wam jednego z nowych komentatorów Riot Games. To jest George. Przywitajcie go brawami, bardzo proszę.